I want to start by saying that it shouldn't matter what side you're on. You should be against billionaires. I'll start with that. I'll also say that I haven't always been a Democratic voter. I used to be very much a Republican voter. Then I kind of swayed from being on the right to being in the middle, and now I'm a little more to the left. And my only reason to being more to the left, it's just the insanity that's taking place, just seeing what's happened to the party I used to vote for. And I wanted to make this abundantly clear that I am happy that James Talarico won in deep red Texas, supposedly. We've been telling you this for a while. Texas is purple. It hasn't been purely red in a long time, and we're starting to see this. All right. James Talarico, Talarico, James Talarico. He beat Jasmine. What is it? Crockett. I think it's Crockett, right? Jasmine. Hello. You're not telling me. Then I hate this. I hate this so much. Jasmine. Hang on. It's not wanting to
Texas
tell.
is
Shut up. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett. I was right. Okay. I was right. So, Jasmine Crockett, will you shut up? I'm not ready to show this yet. Jasmine Crockett lost. I believe, and I could be wrong, that the whole redistricting thing is going to backfire in Texas. Everything that they've tried to do is going to backfire. You cannot cheat your way through an election. You can't do it. It can potentially backfire, and I wish the Republican Party would learn this. I also wish the Republican Party would learn that we all matter and that the billionaires don't matter. And I'm not happy that James Talarico won because he's a Democrat. That has fudge all to do with it. I'm happy that James Talarico won because he's James Talarico. I'm glad he won because he's the person that he is. I feel like we got to get back to voting because of the person, because of the individual, not necessarily. I have a lot of people who've shown up on my other channel and accuse me of being a liberal or a libtard. And, you got to own the libs. It's ridiculous. And I know on this channel it's going to show up. I have to make it abundantly clear to people. I don't agree with anything happening on the right at the moment. I think they have gone off the rocker. They have too many extremists on their side that don't care. And we're seeing that on the left, there are people who care that are getting elected. You can't just vote for somebody based on a party. You have to vote for somebody based on who they are as an individual, as their views, and who their policies and things of that nature. You can't be voting on them just because they're on a side. I don't just vote Democrat. In fact, there's been a lot of elections where I voted on different people across the board. I've voted Republican and I've voted for Democrats. Just depends on the individual. But this is the first time I've in forever. I've never done this before where I'm voting across the board Democrat. There might be a time where it's kind of hard to choose, though, because sometimes Democrats are just as bad as Republicans. They just oftentimes are. Now, I am well aware that a politician can say one thing and it can turn out completely different, but we are slowly seeing how unpopular everything with Trump is. This is going to be like the second video I put up on my political channel. And I know I'm going to get that bombardment of ignorant fools who are MAGA. And they're going to they don't care. They don't care about what's right or just. They just care that their side wins. They've been spoon-fed a bunch of BS. And they're going to pop up in here and they're going to give me all kinds of hell. For those people who are going to pop up, and I know you will, I will ban you. I will ban you if you can't be decent. If you disagree, fine. Be civil about it. If you can't be civil, you're gone. Okay? I don't put up with it on my other channel. I'm not putting up with it on my political channel. I get the feeling there's going to be a lot of people who are going to get banned. Yes, I'm happy James Talarico won. Very happy. And you're going to see more Democratic wins here in the state of Texas. You're going to see it. You're going to see it across the board. All right? And that's not because he's a Democrat. It's because of what he had to say. Again, what he says and what he does is two different things, but I believe wholeheartedly that we're going to see and more people who have the same frame of speech and everything and the same point of view as Bernie Sanders. This is a good example, James Talarico. We're going to see more people like that because it's not about left or right. It's about top and bottom. That sounds very inappropriate, but let's keep going. It's about the wealthy who are the top punching down on the bottom, which is the rest of us. And that's what people are tired of. People are tired of the wealthy getting away with insanity. They've been getting away with it for decades. And it's progressively gotten worse. All right. You have to vote on somebody who actually gives a damn. Hopefully he actually gives a damn. If he doesn't, he won't stay in there. That's the thing with term limits. You can get removed. There's a real threat to being removed and getting something done. You have to get something done. Yeah, I'm very happy that Mr. Talarico won. So yeah, here we are. He won. And I think this is the speech he gives, and I hopefully don't get in trouble with uh with anything. But let's watch it. You better hug some Latinos and some black people. There you go. They got you in there too. You better hug a sister. You better hug that beautiful black lady. Cause I damn well guarantee you that they all helped you get in there. You best damn hug her. I'm just saying. You better. Them Latinos and blacks got you in there. You better damn well hug somebody. I'm so sick of white presidents, politicians that are white. They go through, they're going to give a speech and everything, and they're like, they don't want to hug or even come near the black person. I'm like, don't be racist. You better give them a hug. You better show your appreciation regardless of skin color. Thankfully, he's smart. He's smart, and I think he's genuine. He's a very genuine guy. So you better hug that black lady. You better hug that black lady.
Your unchecked power is coming to an end.
I hope so.
Your days dividing working people are numbered. To the people of Texas, no matter how you voted in the primary, this election is our chance to take power back for ourselves and our communities. We're done being divided. We're done being played.
Yeah.
We're done being pitted against each other. That old politics is dying. And a new
I really hope he's genuine with this. I really do. It can't be left and right. It's us against the wealthy. That's how it always should have been. The wealthy should be scared. We're realizing who the villain is. I hope you all realize who the villain is too. All right? I don't tolerate ignorance. You need to learn this and you need to understand this. The wealthy are the enemy, okay? Just saying.
politics is being born. Through all of us, I want to start off by thanking Congresswoman Crockett. She is a colleague and a friend. I am so grateful for her voice and her leadership. It was an honor to run this race with her. To the Congresswoman's supporters.
He's very he's very down to earth.
And earn your support. As your Democratic nominee, it's on me to ensure you feel welcomed in, represented by, and proud of this campaign.
Right.
Together, we're going to do something extraordinary. We launched this underdog campaign 6 months ago in my hometown of Round Rock, Texas. And since then, tens of thousands of Texans have shown up to rally with us in every corner of this state, from Beaumont to El Paso, from Amarillo to Brownsville, and everywhere in between. We have recruited more than 28,000 volunteers who are doing the organizing work all over this state. And we have shattered grassroots fundraising records, all without taking a dime from corporate PACs.
It is absolutely looking like maybe we'll be able to fix a lot of problems. That said, again, just because he's a Democrat doesn't mean he's good.
Corrupt political system. This is
And words are just words. Actions speak louder than words. So let's see him get in there and do the right things.
We're not just trying to win an election. We are trying to fundamentally change our politics. My granddad was a Baptist preacher in South Texas, and he told me at an early age that we follow a barefoot rabbi who gave us two commandments: love God and love neighbor. My faith teaches me to love my neighbor as myself.
So here's the thing about Christians. A lot of the Christians you see are not real Christians, because everything that Jesus teaches is about loving your neighbor, about caring for the poor. All the things that we're supposed to do, a lot of Christians don't. The problem isn't religion, but organized religion, following yapping heads that really aren't teaching you the proper values. All right, that's what it comes down to. And I really wish more people would understand this. Religion in itself isn't bad. A faith isn't bad. It's just bad actors who come in and ruined it. And I know there's a few folks on YouTube who just straight up hate religion in general. Religion is a problem. And I'm sure he's rolled his eyes watching this. I'm sure he has rolled his eyes or is currently rolling his eyes. Because that's just how he is. You know who I'm talking about. Mr. Gucci. That's not his last name, but yeah. But the thing is that he's come across all the wrong religious types. They're just the wrong ones. They're not actually religious. They're just part of a horrible cult. If you're really actually a Christian, you care about other people, period. Regardless of where they're from and how they look, you love them. You take them in, you know. I feel like, and that's part of the basis for the Statue of Liberty. Give me you're tired, you're poor. And nowadays the sign may as well be saying you better get on the other way. And that's, the statue just doesn't mean the same thing anymore. And that's because we have a president who's just pretty dreadful. He's a dreadful guy. He's horrible. This administration is horrible. We're going to hold him accountable. If we can get the majority that we need in both the House and Senate, we're going to hold him accountable. And it's looking like it's already going that direction. Now, the midterms are not over. We're going to have midterms. What is that? It's in, see, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, right? It's in November, right? I do believe it's in November that we have the actual, like, complete midterms. And at that point, hopefully we'll see things get better. But let's keep watching this. Sorry about that.
Not just my neighbor who prays like me. Not just my neighbor who votes like me.
See, here's the thing. Do you know that a lot of the Latinos who come into this country are Christian? Like, that's the religion that a lot of Latinos celebrate. They're Christians. So why we hate them so much, I don't know. I think he's Italian, though. Talarico is Italian, you know. James Talarico. I wonder if he's related to the musician, the game musician Talarico. I hope not. Oh, man.
Called to love all of my neighbors the way I love myself. That's what motivated me to go into public service. First, as a public school teacher on the west side of San Antonio, and now as a public official. As a legislator, I've brought Democrats and Republicans together to take on corporate special interests, to lower the cost of housing, lower the cost of child care, lower the cost of prescription drugs, including insulin. I am trying.
I think he means what he says, though. That's the thing. I mean, we've heard people before and they don't care. I believe he realizes the problems that are going on. He's seen it firsthand, and that's why he's going to do the right things. He better.
To love my neighbor through public policy. I'm trying to make my neighbor's life a little easier and a little better. But that kind of love in our politics has become hard to find.
Well, yeah, look who got elected for president. He was elected out of hate, not out of love. And a lot of people that hate the people that they hate just don't realize that it's the wrong people to be angry with. The people to be angry with are the wealthy. They pit us against each other. I'm sure that there are a lot of Republicans freaking out right now.
The social media algorithms, who own the cable news networks,
Mm-hmm.
who own the politicians fighting on our screens, they want us at each other's throats. They want us focused on how we're different instead of on how we're the same. Because our unity is a threat to their wealth and their power. So they divide us on an hourly basis by party, by race, by gender, by religion. So we don't notice that they are picking our pockets. They are closing our schools. They're gutting our health care.
Yep.
They're raising taxes on all of us while they cut taxes for themselves. The real
themselves and the wealthy.
In this country is not left versus right.
Nope.
It's top.
There we go.
Bottom.
Yep. Sounds. Look at this lady in the background. She knows it sounds a little wrong, but we know what he means.
Instead of looking up at them, they want to keep us from seeing all that we have in common. They want to keep us from realizing that there is far more that unites us than divides us. Because despite our differences, we all really want the same things. A safe neighborhood, a good job with good benefits, a high-quality, well-funded public school, and the ability to see a doctor when we need one. I am tired of being pitted against my neighbor.
And I think he's seen people firsthand. He's seen how these policies are affecting people. I think he's genuinely seen it, and that's why he ran. I think he wants to try and do what he can about it. I hope so. I really do. I really hope so. But you know what? If he doesn't do right next election, he gets kicked out. Come see, come sa. I think that's the way. I think that's the say.
I'm tired of being told to hate my neighbor. It's been more than 10 years of this kind of politics. Politics as blood sport. Politics as trolling and owning. Politics as total war.
Yeah.
It tears families apart.
Yep.
It ends friendships, and it leaves us all feeling terrible all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot defeat the politics of division with more division.
Mm-hmm.
We can't win their game. We have to change the game.
Yep.
This campaign is rooted in a fierce...
He's basically saying everything I would be saying if I was running for office, for any kind of office. These are all the things I would be telling people, you know? We got to do the right things.
Love for this state, for this country, and most importantly, for all of our neighbors. If you hate politics and you've never voted before, you have a home in this campaign. If you have voted for Democrats, but you're tired of DC Democrats always folding, you have a home in this campaign.
Okay.
And if you voted
We're going to hold your feet to the fire now.
but you are fed up with the
He knows
extremism
this.
and the corruption in our government,
We're
you
not going to forget
also
this.
have a home in this campaign.
We're not going to forget.
People across the political spectrum are hungry for a new kind of politics. Not a politics of fear, not a politics of hate, not a politics of division, but
Nope.
a politics of love. A love
Politician of caring for
what's
others.
broken in America.
Politics of
This
knowing right from wrong
politics is being
instead of
born
taking
right
advantage.
here in the Lone Star State. The number of young people who showed up to vote in this election is unprecedented.
And that's what worries me. I feel like that's their next target. The Republican Party is going to do whatever they can to prevent younger people from voting. They're going to change the voting age. They're going to make it impossible for people who are already adults to vote. And I do fear for that.
The number of Texans who have never voted before but showed up in this election is unprecedented. The number of independents.
Again, they're just sweet words. So
Democratic primary is unprecedented.
show us your actions, man.
There is something happening in Texas. The people of this state have given this country a little bit of hope. And a little bit of hope is a dangerous thing.
For the wealthy, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens in this Republican runoff. We already know who we're running against. The billionaire mega donors and their corrupt political system. Not any one politician. Not any.
I hope he realized people are going to dig. And they're going to see where he gets his money. They're going to dig. I want to see him sit down with Bernie. I don't know if he's sat down with Bernie yet, but I want to see him sit down and talk with Bernie. Bernie. Not Vernie. Bernie.
One political party. We are running against the broken system and the powerful people who broke it. They're scared of the movement we are building. They're going to throw everything they have at us. They're going to call me a radical leftist. They're going to call me a fake Christian. They'll call our movement un-Texan, un-American. They'll call us a threat. The only truth is, we are a threat. We're a threat to their corrupt system. 2,000 years ago, when the powerful few at the top hurt those at the bottom, that barefoot rabbi didn't stay in his room and pray. He walked into the seat.
Talk about Jesus. Look, like it or not, Jesus was Jewish. Come on now. Of course he was Jewish. The Christian faith was built on a guy who was Jewish. And no, I don't think he was white, but I don't think he was black either. A lot of people are like, yeah, he was black. He was black. I'm like, no, he wasn't. He was from an area where, yes, they were dark, but they weren't that dark. He probably had long, dark brown hair and a bit of a dark complexion, but he wasn't like straight up black. All right, just stop.
Power and
I hate that.
the tables.
I hate when people act like that. It's so ridiculous.
To those who love this state, to those who love this country,
Yep.
to those who love our neighbors, it's time to start flipping tables. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being in this fight. God bless y'all. Thank you.
Yep, he won. He won. And I hope we're going to hold his feet to the fire. We're going to have all this down. And I'm sure if he is the kind of person that I hope he actually is, he will welcome the feet to the fire. People are going to look into where he got money. That's the other thing. People are going to look into where he got money. So, he better not have taken anything from wealthy donors, because he's going to look like a hypocrite if he did. But I don't think he did. I really don't think he did. Oh, I had to sit back for a moment. All right, so this is like the first video that I put, or second video I put on this channel. I was going to let this channel die. I was just going to close it off. I was going to delete it. But I'm going to see what I can do for it. This is a long video, and I know it was a bit much to sit through. It's like a little over 25 minutes long. The reason I felt like doing this video and why it was important to me is because I'm from Texas. I'm in Texas, and I want to see some changes. I have to see some changes. We have seen some Democrats win, and I don't know how many Democrats there are in the state Senate, but hopefully we can get enough in there to actually do something about the corruption and insanity. The only thing that I worry about, and it's a thing that happens on the Democratic side a lot, is people being taxed too much. Just being way too taxed. And I'm worried because Democrats will raise taxes. They do it for good reasons, but they shouldn't be doing it. Like, if there's one thing that the Republicans in this state have over Democrats is that they do everything that they can for whatever reason to try and keep the taxes down. So, we're just going to see how it goes, but I feel a bit relieved. I think we're going to start holding Trump's feet to the fire. I think we're fixing to see a pretty big change in things. Let me start off. Let me end this by saying one thing. Don't say nothing about what's in the background. It's mostly trinkets and stuff. Like, this bag right here is literally a bag that I throw cans in. It's there so I can keep my floor cleaned up. I don't want to hear anything about it. I get enough of it on my other channel, so please don't say a word. Alright, just stop. And with that, this video is complete.